Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see the difference between inheritance versus composition and when to use which one. Inheritance is one of the four pillars of object-oriented programming, and it's also one of the most abused concepts in software development. You have probably heard favor composition over inheritance. Today I'm going to show you exactly when to use inheritance, when to use composition, and the one question that will save you from writing spaghetti code forever. If you're preparing for job interviews, this is one of those topics that separates senior developers from juniors. It shows that you truly understand design and not just syntax. Let's say you're building a coffee shop ordering system. You create a base class called coffee, simple enough. Now a customer wants coffee with milk, so you think let me extend it. Still fine. Now what if someone says I want coffee with milk and sugar? You created one more class. But wait, what about coffee with just sugar no milk? Coffee with oat milk? Coffee with caramel syrup? Coffee with oat milk and no sugar? This is the class explosion problem, and it's a nightmare to maintain. Every time you add a new ingredient, your class count potentially doubles. This is what happens when you abuse inheritance. Instead of thinking coffee with milk is a coffee, let's think coffee has ingredients. We created an ingredient interface and classes which will implement it. For example, milk, sugar, caramel syrup. Easy enough to understand. And now our coffee class is simple enough. It just has a list of ingredients. We did not create subclasses for coffee with milk, coffee with sugar, just single class coffee having a list of ingredients. And these ingredients can be added at the time when we are creating the object of coffee. And finally, we can call the brew method. After this logic, our code becomes much more beautiful and easier to understand. Same results, infinite flexibility, zero inheritance headache. You want to add 10 new ingredients? Fine. Just create a new class that implements ingredient. No explosion, no tangled hierarchy, clean maintainable code. We made a coffee object, added ingredient milk and camel syrup, and brewing started. We need to think that these ingredients are like different configurations of a coffee. They are not different types of coffee altogether, just different configurations based on what the user needs. Now here's where most developers get confused. You might be thinking, wait a minute, coffee with milk is a coffee too, right? The is a relationship exists. So why doesn't inheritance work here? The is a relationship is not enough to justify inheritance. You need to ask a second question. Does the subclass have fundamentally different behavior? In our previous example, coffee with milk is not fundamentally different with coffee. It is just a coffee with a different configuration. So its behavior is not that much different to its parent's coffee. Hence, it's not a valid use case for inheritance. Let me give you a simple checklist. You can bookmark this, screenshot this, you can do whatever works for you. Before you write extends, ask yourself these questions. The first question, does the subclass have fundamentally different behavior, not just different data? If no, use composition. Second question, will you be having combinatorial explosion of subclasses? If yes, use composition. Third question, is this about what it is or what it has? If it is a relation, it may be an inheritance. But if it is has a relation, then it is definitely composition. The last question, can the class hierarchy change over time? If yes, go for composition. Let me summarize this with a simple mental model. Inheritance is like your DNA. You can't change who your parents are. Composition is like your wardrobe. You can mix and match based on the occasion. And most real world problems need a flexible wardrobe and not a rigid family tree. Thanks for watching this video. You can also check out the other videos from this channel.